Based on a recently published Equifax press release, the average debt, not including mortgages, for Canadians between the ages of 18 and 25 was $9,000. For those between the ages of 26 and 35, $18,000. And for those between the ages of 36 and 45, $28,000. As you can imagine, credit card debt is a major contributor to these statistics and is oftentimes the most expensive form of debt. These statistics are not unique to Canada and is a worldwide trend. Debt, primarily credit card debt, continues to cripple people all over the world and prevents a financial situation that promotes wealth creation and growth. In this video, we discuss 5 tips to manage credit card debt effectively. At the end of these tips, I also share my personal approach to managing my own credit cards. Welcome to Kenny's Concepts, where the beauty of knowledge is our passion. The mission of this channel is to share useful insights and tips to help you on your personal and professional development journey. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If not, we're super happy to have you joining us once again. Remember, hit that subscribe button and bell notification to stay connected and know as soon as a new video is out. Also, if you like this video, show some love and give us a thumbs up. Credit cards are convenient and provide us with immediate funds to make daily purchases. Also, financial institutions and even retail stores make credit cards so accessible. I personally know people with more than 5 cards. Let's jump into those 5 tips to help prevent us from getting into that credit card debt spiral that can absolutely ruin our financial future. The first tip is tracking our spending. Fundamentally, credit cards facilitate spending through the use of debt. It is absolutely crucial that we stay in tune to the amounts that we're spending on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. I speak to this quite often in my finance-related videos, but the best way to keep track of spending is by creating a budget and sticking to it. With credit cards, it's so easy to rack up debt beyond what we can afford to repay. This is where credit cards become an absolute threat to our financial well-being. We need to manage this debt effectively, live within our means, and never ever spend more than we can afford. The second tip is set a reasonable credit limit. We can only spend up to the credit limit that we have access to. So this in and of itself is an excellent way to manage our credit card debt. Fundamentally, your credit card limit should be an amount that you know you can repay. Even better than that, it should be an amount that you can relatively repay with ease based on your monthly income. Do not be tempted to accept cards with ridiculously high credit limits. The color of your card, whether gold, platinum, black, or whatever else these financial institutions may come up with, is often attached to status within society. Do not get caught up in the hype and make sure to choose a credit limit that is right for you and achieving your own financial success. The third tip is pay your credit cards on time. As previously mentioned, credit cards can be the most expensive form of debt and can have annual interest rates of upwards of 20%. That means for every dollar of debt you assume, you face being charged 20 cents annually. Even worse, as interest charges increase, it can prevent or slow you down from actually paying off the principal balance, which will continue to be hit by interest charges. To minimize these charges and late payment fees, make it a point of duty to pay your credit card on time. Tip number 4 is maximize your credit card repayments. As best as possible, you should try to pay as much of the outstanding balance on a monthly basis. At worst, this should be the minimum repayment amount stated, and at best, your outstanding balance should be paid in full. The more you pay down, the less you will face in expensive interest charges. Better yet, if you pay your outstanding balance in full, you'll avoid interest charges altogether. Finally, tip number 5 is using your credit card as a tool versus a means to make ends meet. Credit cards should be used as a tool to manage cash flow and increase benefits. Remember, by using our credit card for expenditure, we can take advantage of not having to spend our own money for an entire month without being charged, and as a result, we gain additional interest on our funds for that period. Another advantage of our credit cards is points and other benefits. For our credit cards, we get points towards travel, cashback, travel and motor vehicle rental insurance, just to name a few. Alternatively, using your credit card to make ends meet can be detrimental. If an unexpected emergency comes up or you're running low on funds before payday, using your credit card can get you through the immediate situation, but in the medium to long term will only result in more and more debt. So, how do I manage my own credit cards? Simply by sticking to all the tips we discussed in this video. Firstly, I have a very detailed budget that I use in Microsoft Excel to track every cent that comes in and goes out. I actually plan to do a designated video on budgeting, so definitely stay tuned. Secondly, I only have 2 credit cards, one personal card and a joint card with my wife. The credit limit of my personal card is approximately a quarter of my monthly income, while the limit on the joint card is about half our combined monthly salaries. Thirdly, we always pay the outstanding balance on our credit card on time and in full, and we never ever pay interest charges or late fees. Lastly, we use our joint credit card for household expenses such as grocery and utilities, while I use my own credit card for little personal stuff like shopping here and there and traveling. Also, both cards are travel cards, so we rack up and use our points and also have loads of other benefits. We mentioned not using our credit cards as a means to make ends meet, like in situations where we have an emergency. I recently did a video on tips to ensure that we have an emergency fund to weather the storm without having to use expensive debt. I'll link that up in the YouTube card above and be sure to check it out. In the comment section below, let us know if you manage your credit card well or identify areas for improvement. Also, what do you think is the best benefit credit cards have to offer? Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, stay blessed.